Hola, 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 hola. Good evening. Hello, how are you? I am on here a little bit later, but somebody's up in the world, so I'm not concerned about that. Just checking to see if I am live and we can get started. So, I am Kristen Nicole Mann, committed to empowering women of color to explore their authentic selves through creativity. So, welcome back. And tonight I am talking about conquering economic downturns and flourishing in the business realm. And so, I am excited because I want to share a little bit about what I was studying today. And it just so happened that I had this great conversation with one of my friends, and we were talking about business and we were talking about being sustainable during this time because right now we are on a economic downturn, and whether the news wants to report it or not, we can definitely tell from our pockets and how we have to spend now, and all these things, point to a downturn. So I want to share a little bit about what I was going over with a friend of mine's today. And I probably should have put it in the title, but are y'all familiar with Jessica Simpson? Now, I know this probably is going to be surprising to you, but Jessica Simpson was who I was studying today. Now, Jessica Simpson used to be a singer, a pop singer, which she came up with Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. If you don't know who I'm talking about, well, stay tuned. So, Jessica Simpson actually has a business valued at $1 billion. Yes, Jessica Simpson has a business that is valued at $1 billion. Now, people have thought that she was like, just living her life, maybe not as big as Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, but she's actually built a sustainable brand. And the reason why I want to go over this is because people think we have to be in the forefront or on some type of platform to prove that we are good at what we do, but we could build behind the scenes just as much as someone in the forefront and loud and make well over what they make by just building a sustainable business. So, what really stuck out to me about her company, I read a Bloomberg article, and what really stuck out to me is that she targeted middle America. She didn't set out to target, upscale or high class, luxury type of people. She really targeted the middle America mom and teenager. And that's what she set out to do. So there was no switch up. She had that in mind and it actually worked. And as you know, or you don't know, we still see Jessica Simpson in department stores, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I don't know if she cut a deal personally with them or they have leftover products, but her stuff is still in stores. And she has apparel, she has perfume, she has purses, she has shoes. She built this whole brand behind the scenes while everybody else was focusing on her peers. She has a company now valued at $1 billion. And so she lost her company at one point, but she got it back by negotiating. So her story, testimony is powerful. She's been divorced. She came out with her book, being an alcoholic. We found out she had all that going on behind the scenes, but she persevered, and you wouldn't even know because we don't hear enough about Jessica Simpson's company, because we just kind of like probably don't pay attention enough. But I remember back in the day, like I had her perfumes, I had purses, I had shoes by her. And she still has a sustainable brand. And so when we have a economic downturn that's like happening right now, we got to think about the skills or what we can hone in on that is sustainable. That's the key word tonight, sustainable. And actually, let me pull that up, because I love pulling up definitions, because I don't want y'all to think that you're supposed to know what that means right away. But it's able to be maintained at a certain rate or level. So are moving forward, are the things that you're thinking about to have as a business or a company, is it sustainable? Is it recession proof? When inflation comes, are people going to actually still invest in what you have? And so when it comes to Jessica Simpson, her products, all the purses, out of shoes, purses, apparel, perfumes, the most that you're spending is probably $120. Now, that is why her company has been sustainable, because all the things are made by top manufacturers, but she licensed her name to the products. So they're not made cheap. They're actually good quality clothing, purses, shoes, good quality perfume, but she licensed her name to it. So then in return, she was able to sell it with her face and her image and everything else. But behind the scenes, who was manufacturing it was people that was manufacturing other top brands that we are aware of. So people used to make fun of, if you had a Jessica Simpson purse or whatever, but it's nothing to make fun of. Actually, it's really something to support, because this woman worked really hard. And I like the fact that she targeted middle America. So what we all need to really be thinking about and building per se is a brand or a company. I keep saying brand, but business, I'll say a business, because your personal brand is going to be your personal brand. You're always going to, me talking right now is building a brand, because you want people to correlate you to certain things. That's what a brand is. But when it comes to a business, it's all right to start things and fail. But at the same time, once you get a certain age, and then once you have like a family, or you start having like, kids, you get married, all those things, when you start something, it's not for you to just be reckless and aim for nothing, or I'm just gonna wing it. It's really up to us to learn what company would pivot during hard times like right now. People are not spending money. They're starting to pull back on, luxury things like getting their hair done like every week. You'll see this happen within recessions. People pull back on spending. So if you have a business that, you're making a lot of money, I'm trying to think of one that I can think that's not recession proof. There's a lot that's not recession proof, but I'm going to give you 10 industries that you might want to consider getting into, because we have to pivot. When times happen like now, it's really you have to get used to change. And that is hard for people sometimes. Like, you want to keep doing the same thing the same way. You want to keep the same customers, and sometimes that just doesn't happen. So I'm going to go over 10 of them right now. And I'm going to put them on the screen, obviously, so you can go back to your humble abode and think about what you want to do. But these are recession proof. So let's get started with them. Let me put the first one on the screen. I know it's late, y'all, but my bad. I have Bible study. Okay, first one you want to look into e-commerce and online retail. Now, I did check out Jessica Simpson's online, and it was amazing. She had a deal where you get $15, you give $15, you get $15 off. She had recipes on there. She had all these things that deal with lifestyle, and that's what her brand really is. It's like a lifestyle brand because it consists of certain things that you need, like essentials you need for life. So e-commerce and online retail, this is really rapidly growing. So if you haven't learned about e-commerce or online retail, or maybe you're considering it, it is something that you want to get into, and it is going to benefit you as a business owner to know online, like how to sell online. Now, I'm not referring to social media. I'm referring to an actual website. So you point your customers to your website while you're on here. And I would say start going live more if you have a product. I'm building my YouTube channel right now, and I've been more like investing more time into it. So I get on here and I say, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, that doesn't cost you anything. But if you are a business owner, it doesn't cost you anything other than paying the Wi-Fi to get on here and sharing what you sell. That doesn't cost you anything. You're not out, hustling and bustling, trying to set up a vendor table or anything like that. So really learn e-commerce and online retail, because it cuts a lot of your what you used to do, like I said, the hustle and bustle of vendoring out. You can get on here. You can host anything. You can host a pop-up. You can just do anything that is referring to the products that you sell. A good example is Darius Cooks. Now he sells cookware, and those are his products, but he gets on religiously every day, almost pretty much every day, to cook with his cookware. So when he's on cooking, it's entertaining. It's not just like buy my stuff. It's like he's cooking. Same thing if I was like to get on live and paint. People enjoy seeing what you're selling, and how it actually was created or how it actually works. So really look into this. The next one now this one is more interesting because it can go both ways. Like it could be a 9 to 5, or it could be where you contract. So number 2, an industry to consider getting into, even as an entrepreneur, is healthcare and telemedicine. Now, you can be an independent contractor with healthcare. Just like any other industry, you can be an independent contractor. How does that work? You will definitely have to network. You will have to know people, talk, communicate, use your mouth and communicate with people that are already in this field. Usually with healthcare or anything like healthcare, it's not something that you can easily just overnight get into. You really have to have certain credentials, certain degrees, all those things. So if you do have those and say you don't know which way to turn, definitely think about independent contracting, and speak to someone about it. If you know someone that works it's not only just healthcare is not just the hospital. There's several like doctors' offices. You can independent contract with one of them, like keep them organized. I did that during the pandemic. I actually worked for what kind of doctor was she? She had like a medical spa, and I actually worked for her independently, virtually, and I was an admin. And I mean, you could do things like that. It was pretty interesting, but I did enjoy it, just because it was a different field. So yeah, you definitely can do that. This next one is just as important as number one. Okay, online learning and education technology. Okay, this is another one to consider. Now, online learning could be like you creating a group coaching program, a course, all those type of things, and people are learning from you from here. So, online learning has really grown since the pandemic. Not only are children doing it, but also adults are doing it, where they're trying to maybe perfect their skills. Maybe they're learning from a life coach. Maybe they're learning from a consultant. That all has to do with online learning and education technology. So if you are a person that has something to teach, you can make money with that. And it's recession proof because people are looking for different ways to um, be better in life or add to their resume. And if you have something that you can give to them that they can learn from, they're going to spend money and invest in what you have to teach. So really consider this if you are a person that loves to teach, loves to watch people learn. There's ways, y'all. We don't have to be out here in survival mode. There's ways. Let's see. The next thing that is recession proof business wise. Real estate. All right. So, real estate. Now, you're probably like, I'm not buying no properties. You don't have to, because guess what? You can help real estate agents. You can help real estate agents in their offices, real estate firms, to stay on top of their organization. So maybe you are a person that's like tech, um, really prone to tech and knows what you're doing as an admin. You have administration skills. You can contract with a real estate firm, or a realtor, and help them with their work. Just because you see or hear something doesn't mean that people aren't buying property. They actually are. It just depends on the economy right now. It's a renter's market. So people are buying to rent out. Maybe you could be a property manager. Maybe you could, there's so many things that you could do. You can maybe, if you like to clean homes, clean the homes, contract with one of the people that's purchasing homes. There's a lot that we all could do. Um, so that's another one to think about. And these all would sustain you during a recession. The next thing, I know I'm giving y'all a lot, but the next thing is clean beauty and personal care. So if you are on the verge, like you're a girly girl like me, or even if you're a guy, because I see a lot of guys right now selling personal care kits. So how does that look? They have products that they've created to shower with, and scrub their beards and all those things. I see a lot of guys selling that right now. And people are buying it. People are buying it because guess what? People always like to be clean. It doesn't matter what recession or the economy looks like. They always like to be clean. So clean beauty and personal products, actually, I researched, and this whole industry actually skyrockets during recessions and stuff. You know why? Because people, they pull back on going to spas, they pull back on going to hairdressers. So they need, in between the time of going, maybe they only go once a month now. They need products to sustain them throughout the time that they're not at these spas or salons. So they go to, people selling organic soap. Like if you make soap at home, if you make candles, if you make all these things that are still luxury, in a sense, you could be doing this. This is a great recession proof business to start. Even if you do hair care products, if you make them from home, consider vendoring at some craft shows or what do you call it, artisan markets. Like I see it all the time, and they sell out. I used to actually sell a lip butter that I'm praying to God that I find somebody that knows how to make, or he gives me the recipe, because I want to get back to that. That was so fun. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all two more, and then I'm going to bed. Two more. Now, another one is sustainable fashion. So you can start a sustainable fashion line. Now this is, I have a whole write up right here. That's why I'm reading it. But okay, sustainable fashion is you, okay, right now, I'll give you an example. Right now, I follow a Instagram where this person takes clothes, cuts them up, and combines them into something that we've never seen before. So let's say they cut up a Nike hoodie. What they'll do is add the pieces of like that they found thrifting. So let's say it's like hoodie material up here with I said liquid was in my, so this is hoodie material. Say this is a Nike check. They'll cut the bottom and they'll add like a sweater material to the bottom, and it's like organic. You're not gonna find it nowhere. And it also probably is like organic material. So sustainable fashion and eco-friendly fashion is really big right now, especially when it comes to economic turn down, because people want their stuff to last. They want their clothes to last. They don't want to be shopping and buying a bunch of stuff. So when it comes to sustainable fashion, that's what that means, and it's actually growing rapidly. And you'll see the creators like making stuff on all platforms. And that is something to consider. Go to a thrift store and see if you can find some like real expensive clothing, and then cut it up and make something else. And and see if you can sell it. Like put it out there, show them like you know how to sew, and sell it. See what happens. Because people always look for unique stuff. They always want to wear what someone else is not wearing, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they want to always buy it at top dollar. And a good example of a store that is kind of makes you feel like you're on a runway, but you're not spending as much, is H&M. H&M size, I think, are either Swedish or some type of, it's another country. So but they have this chic look, but you're not spending as much money. So I might could get a hoodie for $10. I might could get like pants for only like under $30, and it's pretty sustainable. You could wash it several times. So people always look for that type of stuff. They're way better than Forever 21. Forever 21 stuff was cheap, cheap, cheap. I didn't really have problems with H&M though when I bought their stuff. The last one I want to give y'all, which kind of goes with the personal care stuff, but where's my okay. So this industry is booming right now. Wellness, anything wellness, you might want to consider. If that gives you like that gut punch, like I need to do that, I'm telling you, look it up, research it, see where you fit in. But the wellness industry, let me tell you what that is valued at right now. Um, it is going to uh in 2022, Lord, it was $911 billion, and it is growing even more. So what falls under the wellness category? It's emotional, physical, occupational, social, spiritual, intellectual, environmental, and financial. That all falls under wellness, the wellness industry. And when you think of the wellness industry, oh my gosh, actually, they were saying 5.6 trillion in 2022. That's what the wellness economy was. So, personal care and clean beauty, I already went over. So that kind of goes with this. But that's part of it. Physical activity. So that's anything exercise. There's a lot of people that branched out and started their own classes. There's people on YouTube that show you how to work out from home, and they're making money while they're doing it. There is, the meal prep. If you know how to make some type of healthy meals, meal prepping will definitely help someone, especially with someone trying to cut costs. People don't, they don't want to eat out and do all these things that they were doing when checks were coming to us. So they're trying to cut things at all costs. So if you know how to make some type of meal prep, you're in, because people, they also want to watch what they're eating. What else? So there's mental wellness. There's a lot of coaches in this arena. If you have a lane that falls under wellness and you're a coach, it's your time to shine, baby. It's your time to shine, because people are looking for this stuff. They're looking to feel better. They're looking to have people that they can trust, that they can talk to. Nobody likes to live in an economic turndown. Nobody likes inflation. So if you are any of these people that I went over, I encourage you to look into these industries and see how you can flourish during this time, because this time it's always time to help people. I don't think we should ever get away from that. But when it comes to inflation and all these other things that come with that, people need help, and it's not in a weak way. But if you have a hack for anything, I love sharing things that I find, that just like the other day I shared my lipstick. Now, the reason why I shared that lipstick, it wasn't because it was the best lipstick out of every lipstick. It was cost friendly and it really worked. There's a lot of like drugstore makeup that doesn't, it's not good. But if I could help someone that doesn't have the luxury to go order a lipstick, pay for shipping, wait for that, then I'm going to share what I found walking in the store. That's helping someone. If you can help anyone with anything, I encourage you to go forth and do it. There's always a lane. There's always somebody needing something. Do not get in survival mode and think that there's nothing out here for you and settle for something that's beneath you. Okay. So, excuse me. Anything else that I had to tell you? Um, no, other than go study Jessica Simpson's $1 billion brand. And lifestyle is what people need. Like they need things that, you know, benefits their life. And let me see. Before I get off, I just want to share this last thing. So if you are a person, I'm going to give you these last things. Um, okay. This is the last thing. So, lifestyle brands can consist of fashion accessories, beauty and personal care products, like I mentioned earlier, home decor items, electronics, fitness equipment, food and beverage products, and travel experiences. All these things, ironically, skyrocket when we're in recession. Now, 2008, I lived through that recession, and honestly, when I look back, a lot of people that I knew was trying to find better options for all these things. So if you are a person that is in any of these things mentioned, and you have a better pricing point, it's affordable, it saves people money. Definitely step out there. Have the courage to step out there and share what you have. People are always looking for things. Don't think people are broke. They're not broke, but it's nothing wrong with them trying to save money as well. So if you have a solution for them trying to save money during this time within these things, definitely share it. Get on live, start your YouTube channel, start your Etsy page, get a website, a cover page, something. And another thing that's personable is you can write a book. You can write a book. You don't have to have all the answers in the book, but think about something you're passionate about that you could teach in a book form and then correlate that to your YouTube channel. 5 steps to being a mom. Like 10 steps to not running into trash people. I don't know. You could write a book about anything, literally. You could write a children's book. That's a personal item. And people always enjoy books. But if you have something that could teach someone something, I would definitely consider doing that. It's so easy to publish an ebook. It does not cost anything. You can upload it on Amazon and you can make royalties off of it. There's so many things that we could do that we probably just are afraid or haven't put our mind to. And all these things obviously take time. So I don't want to set you up and make you think that this doesn't take time, but it does. But you know what? Time flies when you're having fun. Like time flies when you're doing something that you're passionate about. The amount of time that I wish I had to do all the great things that I do, because I love creating, but the time flies when you're in your purpose. So definitely find time to do these things. I hope this helped. And I just wanted to share what I was studying today because I'm always a student. I'm going to forever be a student of life. But you can follow my YouTube. This will be uploaded there. I did a live about Gwyneth Paltrow, and I studied her brand too. But her brand definitely does not target the middle class. Because once you go on her website, actually, that's what I should do. I'm going to go and see if I can show y'all her website so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. Share screen. Let me see if I can share. All right. So this is Gwyneth Paltrow's line. Now, or lifestyle brand, not line. Lifestyle brand. It's late. So y'all see how she has these all this, right? But look at the prices. Now, does she care? No, she does not care. This ring is $3,000. This shirt, this plain, regular, degular shirt is $78. And guess what? It only has a blue and red thing, but people are buying this. But people have had some negative comments about this site because look, they sell things like this, like $8,150 for these hoops. It's 18 karat gold, yellow gold, and diamonds. So this is a lifestyle brand that obviously does not target the regular everyday person, but I'm trying to show you what happens when people they look into wellness. They still spend money. That's just what I'm trying to show you. So this is her clean beauty products section. And I went over this. So you got brightening retinol eye cream, that's $105. You have luminous cleansing balm, that's $68. You have, so what's popular right now in the skincare is vitamin C. Now, I just posted a shampoo and a conditioner that had vitamin C in it. But that's really popular for skincare and personal care in general right now. And so these products, most of them are over a certain amount of money. And if you do not have the money, I would not go to this site. I would not go to this site. There's mascara for 30. So there's all these different brands of products that she has. But guess what? People see clean and they kind of just disregard because people want things that are not toxic. So there's Bath and Body. There's not only skincare, but there's fragrance, Bath and Body. Let's look at fragrance. And I know these. Okay, so this one is 220. This one is 150. This one is 47, but it's a diffuser. This one's 190. So people are spending, like, they have money, because I'm like, this site wouldn't be up. I'm not suggesting buy from this site, but I'm just giving you an example of an actual lifestyle brand site. Now, let's see. There's candles, there's makeup. So yeah, the wellness, they have vitamin supplements. Legend. Okay, so I'm gonna get off of that. Go to bed. I am gonna stop sharing that. So that's an example. So I hope this helped y'all. Go do your own research. And as always, I'll catch you later. And again, subscribe to my YouTube. Talk to you later. Bye.